Hello, mindful friends. Today we're going to be talking about our wishes and hopes for the new year. So as we move into 2024, a lot of us have ideas in our heads of what we would like this year to bring to us and how would we like to experience it, and what do we hope it's going to be like in 2024. And we often in these hopes and wishes project a lot of conditions out into the world around us, or hoping how things are going to be even in our own health and life. We say, that the economy is going to be good, or that we like our job or get a new job, or that we stay healthy and that everyone in our family stays healthy. And these are all great things, right? And conditions that would be very conducive to staying happy and well and healthy. And yet they are not a guarantee, and they don't have to be a guarantee for us to stay grounded and centered and well. And so I just returned from retreat at Deer Park Monastery in California, which is one of Thich Nhat Hanh's many monasteries around the world. And they shared one of his poems with us. This is not a direct quotation, but it was a poem that said, "Wish not for earth and sky to always remain calm, but for your own feet to remain solid." And he's addressing these kinds of hopes and wishes that we project onto like our condition and our next year, of saying, you can't, it's setting yourself up for disappointment and unrest to wish and wait for everything in the world to be just so, and for nothing bad to happen, and for everything to align in the stars to make your life what you want it to be. And that what is a more truer way of staying well and balanced is to do the work towards and to set your intentions on making your own feet solid. Which means the earth can be moving, the sky can be shifting, obstacles can appear, but are your own feet solid through these experiences? And that this is an actionable thing that we can generate in our own lives. We don't just have to wait for everyone in our family to be healthy and happy and for politics to go the way that we want. It's an actionable step to say, what can I cultivate within myself? What can I do to stay well, no matter what happens? What are the things you engage in that give you that sense of well-being and purpose and peace and happiness, so that you don't have to depend on life doing everything you want it to do, but you know that you have the practices and the skills in order to stay present and aware and well through whatever happens in the world around you. And knowing that when we do cultivate these skills, it does reflect out onto the world around us, and that even though things might not line up exactly the way we had projected or thought, that there's still more of a sense of well-being and peace because we have cultivated it within ourselves. And so asking yourself, where does this solidity come from for me? What are the things that I do or the values that I hold that I know keep me well no matter what's happening in the world around? And coming back to Plum Village or Deer Park, this tradition, for me is always such a great reminder. And what a beautiful way to start the new year. Being reminded of all these things that truly keep you well. And that in this tradition of Thich Nhat Hanh, that it's really based on the 5 mindfulness trainings, which are kind of guidelines, teachings that help us understand and be aware of the things, behaviors, thoughts, mindsets that create a more positive, healthy reality for us. No matter if that world is, the earth is unstable and the sky is shifting or dark, that there are these guidelines to follow that keep you well. That if you do these things and stay true to these things in your heart, you stay well in whatever's happening in the world around you. And so in creating a mindfulness practice, and for all of us, this is what we're becoming aware of. This is what we're teaching ourselves and learning and growing, is this ability to be aware of, consciously, intentionally aware of what keeps us well. Not what keeps us in perfect condition, not what keeps the world in perfect condition according to us, but the tools and practices that give us that internal solidity and refuge no matter what's happening in the world around us. And so when you engage in your mindfulness practice, that's what you're paying attention to, is what are the things and behaviors and thoughts and words that keep this internal state of peace and well-being for me? And then you pay attention to what are those behaviors, habits, actions that end up creating more difficulty or chaos in my life. And as your practice grows stronger and you keep fueling, feeding, growing these practices that keep you well, those are what give you that solidity in the world, even when you face obstacle, challenge, difficulty, tragedy. It gives you that internal solidity and refuge to turn to. And so there's this feeling of trust, peace, well-being that reassures you that I don't need things to be perfect. I don't need to sit here and cross my fingers and hope that everything in my life will go well this year, because let's face it, it probably won't, right? Look back at all your other years and all your experiences in life. Has anything ever been perfectly smooth? So we don't sit here and wait for that to happen. We say, I know how to take care of myself if it doesn't. If trouble occurs, I know how to stay well through it. And that is the biggest gift of peace you will ever experience, ever, is that you know how to take care of yourself. You know the practices, the mindsets, the skills that bring you back home to well-being, even when the world is chaotic and crazy outside. And you know your why as to why you want that, why you engage with those. Because it feels great to be living with purpose and happiness and peace. And so this year, I invite you, when you're looking forward and thinking of those wishes, we can think, I really hope that everything goes well, that there's a lot of snow this winter, and that the sun comes out in the summer, and, my job goes well and I stay healthy. Yes, we can, but place most of your intention on focus on what you are doing and building that will keep you solid and well through any conditions of life. And notice how much true peace that offers you. And so just like I experienced at this retreat at Deer Park, of starting intentionally with other people who also carry these intentions, who look at the world this way, who want to be well and peaceful. Starting the year with an intentional practice really helps to set the stage for what's to come. And so that's why I'm offering February 3rd this intentional workshop, 4 hours in the morning, so that we can come together and spend some time reflecting on this and creating these intentions and re-engaging with the practices that keep us well through this year and through our entire lives. So I'd love to share that with you. You can join in person or via Zoom, and it's just such a great way to re-solidify your intentions and what keeps you well through anything you go through. If you like these talks and would like to join us in this upcoming workshop or any other one, you can find information at newleafmindfulness.com. You can find these teachings and many more in my book, Living from the Heart, Healing Ourselves So We Can Heal the World. It's a great reminder of all these practices, mindsets, behaviors that keep us interacting in the world in a peaceful, positive way. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I hope to see you all very soon.